Welcome to our new video. Every year, car accidents cause around 1.3 million deaths globally, as reported by the World Health Organization. In the United States alone, traffic crashes resulted in over 44,000 deaths in 2023. This is a 4% decrease from 2022, but still a 13.6% increase from 2019, before the pandemic. The unexpected loss of celebrities in car accidents often shocks and deeply affects us. Mourning these losses also gives us a chance to learn vital safety lessons. Wealth and fame do not protect anyone from the dangers of driving. In our latest video, we highlight the serious risks of the road by sharing the stories of 56 celebrities who tragically died in car accidents. Be sure to watch this impactful and reflective tribute. Princess Diana, affectionately known as the People's Princess, tragically died in a car accident in Paris on August 31, 1997. Early that morning, Diana and her romantic partner, Dodi Fayed, an Egyptian film producer, left the Ritz Hotel in a car driven by Henri Paul, with bodyguard Trevor Rees-Jones also present. As they drove into the Pont de l'Alma tunnel, paparazzi pursued them. In an attempt to evade the paparazzi, Paul lost control of the vehicle and crashed. According to reports, Dodi Fayed and Henri Paul died instantly in the collision. A French doctor who happened to be at the scene provided medical assistance and noted that Diana briefly regained consciousness, but ultimately succumbed to her injuries after being transported to a Paris hospital. Trevor Rees-Jones was the sole survivor of the accident. The world mourned Diana's passing, and her funeral on September 6, 1997, was watched by an estimated 2 billion viewers, reflecting the profound public grief and international impact of her death. On June 29, 1967, Jane Mansfield, a prominent actress known for her roles in films like The Girl Can't Help It and a major sex symbol of the 1950s and 60s, was tragically killed in a car accident near Slidell, Louisiana. While traveling, the car she was in collided with the rear of a tractor-trailer. The severe impact caused the car to go under the trailer, resulting in the instantaneous deaths of Jane Mansfield, who was only 34 years old, her attorney Sam Brody, and their driver Ronnie Harrison. Her children, Mickey Jr., Zoltan, and Mariska, who were sleeping in the back seat, survived with minor injuries. The crash led to the introduction of a safety feature on trucks known as the Mansfield bar, which prevents cars from going under trailers in accidents. On November 30, 2013, Paul Walker, a widely recognized actor famed for his role as Brian O'Connor in the Fast and Furious film series, tragically died in a car accident in Santa Clarita, California. He was a passenger in a Porsche Carrera GT driven by his friend and business associate, Roger Rodas. The Porsche was traveling at about 100 miles per hour before it hit a curb, a tree, a light post, and then another tree before bursting into flames. Both Walker and Rodas were declared dead at the scene. Investigations concluded that the crash was due to excessive speed and not mechanical failure. Paul Walker was just 40 years old at the time of his death, and his untimely passing deeply affected fans worldwide, highlighting the dangers of high-speed driving.
investigating the cause of a fiery car crash that killed 2 people, including Ryan Dunn, one of the stars of the popular MTV show Jackass.
In June 20th, 2011, Ryan Dunn, a television personality renowned for his daring stunts on the show Jackass, was involved in a fatal car crash at about 2:38 a.m. on Route 322 near Pottstown Pike in West Goshen Township, Pennsylvania. Dunn was driving his Porsche at high speed when the car veered off the road, struck a tree, and burst into flames. Both Dunn, who was 34 years old, and his passenger Zachary Hartwell, a former production assistant on Jackass, suffered fatal injuries in the crash. The coroner's report indicated that the severity of their injuries combined with the intense fire left them with no chance of survival. The tragic incident ended both lives abruptly, marking a somber moment in the history of the popular TV show and its crew. Steve Allen, a celebrated American comedian, died tragically on October 30, 2000, after a seemingly minor traffic accident. Steve Allen famously hosted NBC's The Tonight Show when it premiered in 1954. While en route to his son's home in California, Allen was involved in a fender bender. The impact of the collision ruptured a blood vessel in his chest, causing blood to leak into the sac surrounding his heart, a condition known as hemopericardium. Despite exchanging names with the other driver, Allen continued on to his son's home, unaware of the severity of his injuries. Upon arrival, feeling unwell, Allen laid down to rest. Tragically, he became unresponsive and was rushed to a nearby hospital, where he was pronounced dead. This serves as a poignant reminder that even minor discomfort after a crash should prompt immediate medical attention. Grace Kelly, the iconic American actress celebrated for her poised performances in films like Rear Window, met a tragic end on September 14, 1982. While driving her Rover P6 back to Monaco, Kelly suffered a stroke that caused her to lose control of the vehicle. The car plunged down a steep embankment, resulting in a severe crash. Her daughter, Stephanie, who was also in the car, miraculously survived. Grace Kelly succumbed to a cerebral hemorrhage the following day. She was 52 years old. Her death brought an abrupt end to both her illustrious Hollywood career and her regal life as the Princess of Monaco. Over the years, there have been rumors suggesting that it might have been her daughter Stephanie driving at the time of the accident. These speculations arose partly because of the mysterious circumstances often associated with celebrity incidents. However, Stephanie has denied these claims in rare interviews. Born on February 8, 1931, James Dean became a symbol of the restless youth of the 1950s through his roles in just 3 films. He tragically died at the age of 24 in a car accident on September 30, 1955. Dean was en route to a car race in Salinas, California, when his Porsche 550 Spyder collided head-on with a car that unexpectedly turned. Dean died shortly after the accident, cementing his status as a cultural icon. Born on May 27, 1971, Lisa Left Eye Lopes was best known as a vibrant member of the Grammy-winning R&B group TLC, famous for hits like Waterfalls and No Scrubs. Her energetic performances and distinct rap verses helped define the sound and success of the trio in the 1990s. Tragically, Lisa died in a car accident on April 25, 2002, at the age of 30. She was in La Ceiba, Honduras, driving a Mitsubishi Montero Sport when she swerved to avoid hitting a car. The sudden maneuver caused her vehicle to roll several times before coming to a halt off the road. Lisa was fatally injured and died instantly. Her untimely death was a profound loss to the music world and her fans, underscoring her role as a significant figure in popular culture. Helmut Newton, born Helmut Neustädter on October 31, 1920 in Berlin, became an influential German-Australian fashion photographer. His work, particularly his erotically charged black and white photographs, became iconic in magazines like Vogue. Newton was known for his erotic, stylized scenes, often with a subtext of sadomasochism. On January 23, 2004, he died at the age of 83 from a car accident in West Hollywood, caused by a heart attack while driving. His artistic legacy continues through his pioneering approach to fashion photography and his iconic photo series such as Big Nudes and Domestic Nudes. Anne Hayes made her breakthrough as an actress in the 1980s with her role in the soap opera Another World, and later appeared in well-known films such as 6 Days, 7 Nights, Donnie Brasco, and Volcano. She was also widely recognized for her former relationship with talk show host Ellen DeGeneres. In early August 2022, Anne was involved in a tragic accident while driving at high speed in Los Angeles. In the footage, you can see her speeding in a blue Mini Cooper. Moments later, she crashes into a house. The vehicle quickly caught fire, and soon the entire house was engulfed in flames. A crane was used to extract Anne from her car, and it took firefighters at least 40 minutes to rescue her. Anne apparently suffered severe burns in the fire. Her clothes were charred as she was taken away on a stretcher. She was covered with a white cloth when she suddenly sat up on the stretcher and started flailing wildly as they placed her in the ambulance, seemingly trying to escape. Burn victims are typically wrapped in a sterile sheet that is doused in sterile water to cool the wounds. The 53-year-old American actress was in a coma for several days. After being declared brain dead, she was taken off life support. The autopsy revealed that she died from inhalation and thermal injuries, and a sternum fracture due to blunt force trauma also played a significant role, according to the report. Additionally, it noted that her right kidney was lacerated and she had burns covering 12% of her body. Kim McLagan, a young model in the vibrant 1960s and 70s music scene, married Keith Moon, the legendary drummer of The Who. Their marriage, filled with both passionate and challenging moments due to Moon's lifestyle and substance issues, ended in 1975, 3 years before Moon's death. Kim later found love and a fresh start with Ian McLagan, the keyboard player of Small Faces and Faces. They married in 1978, united by their love for music, until her untimely death. On August 2, 2006, Kim tragically died in a car accident in Travis County, Texas, at age 57. Reports indicate she missed a stop sign, leading to her vehicle being hit by a truck. Kim's death marked the end of a life deeply connected to the rock and roll era, leaving behind a poignant legacy. Brandon Burlsworth, a promising American football player from Harrison, Arkansas, tragically died in a car accident on April 28, 1999. Just days after being drafted by the Indianapolis Colts, he was involved in a fatal collision while driving home from the University of Arkansas. His death shook the community, and his legacy lives on through the Brandon Burlsworth Foundation, which supports underprivileged children. Jules Bianchi was a promising Formula One driver whose career tragically ended during the 2014 Japanese Grand Prix at Suzuka. During the race, his Formula One car crashed, leading to the deployment of a recovery vehicle. Despite yellow flags warning of the hazard, Bianchi lost control of his car in the wet conditions, sliding off the track and colliding with the recovery vehicle. The accident, captured in harrowing footage, shows Jules' car hitting the crane at high speed. He suffered severe head injuries and was rushed to the hospital, where he underwent surgery but unfortunately succumbed to his injuries 9 months later, at the age of 25. This tragic event led to significant discussions and reforms in F1 safety protocols, including the introduction of the virtual safety car to manage race speeds under hazardous conditions more effectively. Cozy Powell, renowned for his electrifying drum solo hit Dance with the Devil, met a tragic end in 1998. While driving his Saab on a rain-slicked motorway, Powell, intoxicated and unbuckled, was conversing on the phone with his girlfriend. Unfortunately, he lost control of the car, which was equipped with a slow puncture leading to a fatal crash. His last words, overheard during the phone call, were "Oh shit." Last words don't come more rock and roll than that. Cliff Burton, the iconic bassist for Metallica, met a tragic fate at the peak of the band's fame. In the early hours of September 27, 1986, while Metallica was touring through Sweden, disaster struck. The band members were traveling on their tour bus on a treacherous stretch of road when the driver lost control on a patch of black ice. Burton, who was sleeping in an upper bunk, was thrown out of the window as the bus rolled several times. Tragically, he was crushed under the weight of the bus and died at the age of 24. His sudden death shocked the music world and cemented his legacy in rock history as a talented musician whose life was cut far too short. As we close this somber reflection on the lives of those in the limelight who we've lost to car accidents, let us also extend our heartfelt remembrance to every life cut short on the road. To the families and friends who've endured these heartbreaking losses, our thoughts are with you and we wish you strength during these profoundly difficult times. Each story shared today is a stark reminder of the unpredictability of life and the critical importance of road safety. It's a call to each of us to practice vigilance and care every time we're behind the wheel, because a split second can change everything. Thank you for joining us in this important tribute. If you found this video meaningful, please consider liking it and ringing the bell for notifications. We hope to see you again in our next video.